Hello, welcome to my tube, my tiny little tube. Thanks for stopping through my tiny little tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. It's so funny. People got me all like in my head sometimes about stuff like my blanket back there. Like I was like, my blanket. I got it from a friend of mine. She still works as a laundromat, but I moved. But when I lived in Oregon. She'd give me towels and blankets and stuff. And that's one of them. And I'm like, ooh, make sure there aren't any FBI symbols on there. Not that I'm making light of it, but like people be tripping on stuff like that. So if there are, I assure people that is not of my persuasion, and I speak out against such behaviors. I was just listening to Good Dog 2. He's his other channel, because I guess his last channel got taken down for not playing with the rules. Here's another symbol. I used to be involved in service work, the service side of recovery, and this was from I had to go to area, and I always get the trinkets. I always get the souvenir. You know, look, I was here. I got the souvenir. You know. It's a cool vessel. There's only I think about how many were on that table when I went, and then how many people bought them. So like, how many people are really in circulation right now? It's a cool little thing. Anyway, it's like, you know, there's symbology in everything. It's just what you align with. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it of God? Is it of Satan? You know, it's just like, how much? Get out of his ear! I hate that. Go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. Go lay down. Come on. Get out of his face. Go. Go. Go on. Go lay down. You were just over there. Go lay down. Good boy. Just keep tongues out of ears. Stuff. Cut it out. Not now. Where was I? I know what I was going to talk about. Like my shirt and my hoodie. I wonder if I could find brands this make in other places. Like if I could go to a distributor and find this and then have my shit sewn on. Go logo. They're still around, even if they're still around. I got this when I went and did the night cruise, Alcatraz. Used to for frickin' San Francisco. Frickin' left to China. That's alright, Mom. He can't on her. That's alright. I just don't want him in Benny's ear. Anyway, they had night cruises. Like, you come back in the ferry at the night, the skyline. That was badass. That was cool. See, you gotta suit up and show up and do the experience, and people gotta start living life. So they got stories to tell. Not just like, remember that one year everybody stayed home and was just freaking surfed on the internet that year? It sucked. Well, anyway, so I wanted to talk about forgiving the unforgivable. Let's see, you know, because we got to pull up through the freaking 4D crap of Earth to get to 5D. And that is like absolving the seedy and like looking at the nasty and the gross. Like I started to say earlier, I was listening to Good Dog 2 and his talking. And, you know, the things that people are going to be revealed, things I've always known that have always existed in the world in which I live, that they don't live, it doesn't exist in mainstream. So people are going to have a hard time, you know. I had to learn a long time ago to forgive those who have trespassed against me. Excuse me. I had to, a long time ago. Because see, when you freaking resent somebody and when you hate somebody, that is like freaking you eating the poison and expecting them to die. It's harmful to you, so you got to release that burden, that vibration, of hate, resentment, justifiable or not, man. You got to. Got to. One of a life lesson I had of um, of being a decent person, even though you didn't want to be a decent person to that person, because you feel like they deserve bad treatment. I worked at a place called CUMC, Creighton University Medical Center. It was a poor people's hospital in Omaha, and I worked there 2 rotations, so it was 2. No, maybe it was more than that. It was 2 times they interviewed for residents, the residency department of radiology, and what a pony show that is, So I got a taste of all this and how this really works behind the scenes and stuff like that. It's all a crock. It's all who you're related to, as long as the check clears really, and you I don't know. It's just weird. It's just another pony show. Anyway, I worked there and I guess I worked there longer than that. Yeah, I guess I worked there like 3 of those seasons, now that I think about it. And, because it was his 3rd year. There was a radiologist, Adam. I want to say his last name was Smith. Really? But was it really that common? I think so. Anyway, he was that guy that everybody liked. That was just like the cool guy. Like, just a decent guy. Not, like, over cocky or arrogant, Probably came from Illinois. I can't remember. No, I can't remember where. Kansas, something like that. Good, wholesome values, And, who was that? Benny? Get out of there, Benny. Benny, that's a Nunya. Come on. Come on, Benny. Come on. We'll go walk about when I'm done. Come here. Go lay down. Come on, heifer pumperdink. Come on. Just relax and we'll go walk about in a little bit. Okay? Alright. Alright. Chill. So, it was the first day of school, and Adam had taken his sons to their first day of school. I think one of them was like kindergarten, they're very young. One preschool, maybe one first grade, just very young. And in car seats, one of them was, maybe 2. I think he has 3. Anyway, and there was another dude coming the opposite direction about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. Had been drinking all night. Was keeping it going. Freaking jumped over the median, hit him, and killed Adam. And then they brought him to the hospital because we were one of 2 level 1 trauma units in Omaha. And then they brought him to the hospital where Adam was a resident at. And then they brought him to the department where Adam was a resident at. It was in very, very poor taste. It was in very bad taste. So that young man was in the hospital. I think Dr. Phelan chewed him out. I'm pretty sure he did. I think he's retired. That guy, dude, I like that guy. He was a cool guy. Total freaking... Yeah, he had his own paradigms, but he was decent to me, and he freaking walked in and told that's what I heard, is told the old boy that it should have been him and stuff like that. And anyway, doctors can't talk to patients that way. But, this is the real world. This is how the real world goes down. So I used to go to the cafeteria every now and again and get scrambled eggs. I had this thing get cravings every now and again. I guess when my body wants protein, I get scrambled eggs and I'll put some ketchup on it. Can't eat ketchup much anymore. It's like acid to me. It's weird. It's like it tastes really acidic and sour. Maybe I got a bad batch of time in it too. Who knows? But anyway, it ain't what it used to be. So, I remember one day I'd go out on the balcony. It was a real pretty view. Go out on the balcony and one day I was out of the balcony and sure as shit, so was freaking the dude that hit Adam. he was out on the balcony for me, and I was just like, I just freaking, this sucks, this sucks. I wonder if he ever thinks about what he has to think about what he did. Nah, because I know a lot about people. I know a lot about drinking and denial and all that stuff like that. So I was just watching the guy, and it turned in. It came down to it ultimately, and I didn't even plan it this way. I had to hold the door open for him and let him in, and I got to look at him in the eye. Whoa! Because there by the grace of God go I. I know a handful of people that are taking people's lives. Well, because they let the spirit and the ego come in, And that's what the world is coming into right now, is that the spirit and the egos come in, and it's just allowed people to take over spirit. And that just means causing harm to other people. That's taking over spirit, dealing with demons is just talking shit. Some of us had, and I was thinking about this, like coming into the vibration of love. Everybody's coming into this vibrational frequency of love. Well, what about us who never felt it? What about us? We've been looking for our just right porridge, because we were put in, we grew up in circumstances where it wasn't a kind and loving and nurturing an environment. Yet we were persistent enough and steadfast enough and had enough faith, or were stupid enough, call it whatever you want it, to believe that it exists. Because if I know something, if I don't know what something ain't, I know what it is. And that's how I verify a lot of my information. Well, I know this isn't that. I know this doesn't do that, so it must not be that. I process a lot of data that way. People verify with what they believe, think, okay, this is this and this is that and that's that. And I'm thinking about all the stuff things aren't. Things are a lot more than what they aren't than what they are. Especially in this day and age. Yeah. So people are coming into the spirit, how are they going to do it? You got to forgive the unforgivable. That was a bad day losing my coworker. There was another time I was walking back from, that was a weird place, it's a Jesuit-run university. Walking back with my friend Sandy, rest in peace. I think about her all the time. She had brain cancer, passed on. Holiday season for a couple years back. Neat woman. I will forever tell stories about her because she's such a neat lady. And we missed a live shooting because we used to make trips to the gift shop down by the cafeteria, and we weren't even past surgery to the second set of windows to radiology, and then they called the lockdown because there's an active shooter. Because we just passed we just passed where the guy had done it too. So it's always seconds and inches, Everybody has a chance to see their stuff, and we sign up before we're born. There's how much shit we want to see. I want to see this, I want to see this, I want to know that this exists and this exists, and careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for. Being aware? It's a double-edged sword, that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. All being aware, everything is patterns, and ultimately patterns switch and change. Whether it's in people, whether it's in the world, even every day there's something's different. But it's on a pattern. I was talking to mom about weather today, as I understand. I'm like, how do you determine what the weather is going to be in 15 days, 20 days? And then I was like, oh yeah, they take the sum of averages of all those days, and then they take all the temperature and then possibility of precipitation, and then it's like, oh, on all these other days the weather was like this, so it's probably going to be like that. And these people pay themselves a lot of money to think bullshit and then to pass it on. Meteorologists have been getting paid a lot of money for a long time to freaking, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, you know? It cracks me up. These are just things I think about. As I think about, try not to think about things I don't want to think about. I almost went and got us a pizza today. I didn't do it, and then you know what? I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I really am, actually, now I think about it, because I made up these veggies at Albertsons. They have these little containers for $5, and it's a lot of vegetables in there. So I cooked that up on the stovetop tonight and ate that, and I was like, man, it's the food prep that drives me crazy. But that's cool though. $5, that's a heck of a deal. And freaking eating food that is, I hope it's probably local. I can't imagine that they would like. But who knows, man? The distribution, right now, supply chain's gonna get interesting. It's gonna get wild. See, every time I eat something that I like, though, every time I do something, I always think of it, in terms of this is probably, this could very well be the last time I ever taste this, or the last time I ever see this person, or the last, it's always infinite, sometimes. But, especially when you see relatives. I mean, the last time that's weird. Because I go like years. We'd gone years without seeing each other. And people change so much in years. People grow apart. Some people grow closer. Supposedly this next year is supposed to be good for estranged siblings. Maybe it was Scorpio moon. It was Scorpio moon. It was Joni Patrice reading for Scorpio. And I'm Scorpio moon. So, maybe. It's just so weird, though, because it's like talking to people that are just so programmed. It's hard for me. And it's hard for them, too. It's really hard for them, too. You know what, though? It's cool. I don't really care. If there's like, can they do it? Can people do it? People are going to they're going to wake up to a lot of stuff. A lot of memory. Then they're going to have to deal with the memories and that shadow work. And that's why people like me live, Dude, yeah, shit happens. Terrible things happen. Human beings do the worst things to other human beings. It's also based on off-worldly motivations. See? And there's ways to get rid of this stuff. Right on. I like astrology's take with Ann Ortley. But people have just been ignoring things for so long. That isn't real. That isn't real. That doesn't happen. That doesn't exist. And then they're going to be hit in the face with it. And they're going, okay, it is. Okay. But the trouble of it is, a lot of times people can't handle the emotions of others. I know I can't. I can't handle the emotions of others. Like when Tucker whines and cries. I can't handle that because I'm like, why are you so disgruntled? Because usually he's responding from another animal, and he feels the uncomfortability of another animal or being, and then so it hurts my organs when he does this whine thing. I can't handle it, and I don't always react to it in a kind and loving way either. And that's the part that is just like, do better, Marge. Do better. Do better. Always come from a kind and loving heart space, and that's where the struggle lies. And a lot of people have trouble with that because we just get pissed about stuff, man. Some of us just get pissed off about shit. I get pissed off because, I'll do something, and I don't know, some worst case scenario will happen. I always, as careful as I am, when I put the dog food, when I'm preparing their meals, it stinks to me. It smells gross. I don't like it. I like my dog, so, it's whatever you can live with anyway. So as hard as careful as I am, more often than not, I freaking end up dumping it on the counter. So I gotta pick it up with my fingers and I just don't like it. It's just annoying. It's just another one of these stupid little human earthly things that just, and my soul sack. Today it was cool. I got to meditate state for about 30 minutes. I thought it was longer, but it wasn't. And it was I can't do it that close to feeding time for the critters and even they were settled in. It was me, because I started thinking, okay, Mom is going to need it. So it was me. It wasn't them. They were all chill. I just couldn't. Anyway, I could only do like 30 minutes, but nothing hurt. Nothing. As I lay there and I was in a really comfortable, I did a Joe Stevenson meditate state today. And and then I come out and then it's just like things hurt. Things hurt. And the energies are just so potent. They're just so pew, 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 that people's freaking. It's gonna be important to have a spiritual fitness plan, because people are gonna have to have healthy ways of transmitting these energies, because otherwise people are gonna just like try do more of the same, and it's gonna be detrimental. It's gonna be, and that's kitty. Meow meow, it's gonna leave. He's on the top tier. I got a top shelf cat. So, healthy ways, of tolerating this stuff. I've been walking the dogs, and then it's like at night. It's so cold. It's so cold. I don't like how cold it's getting. It's only for a little while. One day at a time. I can do anything one day at a time. So, hopefully people are gonna, And another thing I was thinking about today is when everybody wants justice and everybody wants people to get their just desserts and all this stuff. What they don't think of is when that happens, all the back energy that comes with that. It hurts a lot of people. It really, really does. Because a lot of times people think that they're just doing the right thing, and it's all that they've ever known. Even if it's just like gross and sadistic and cannibalistic and all this stuff that most of us recognize you just don't do. Well, there's plenty of people on this planet that's all they've ever done. And that's all that there's generations in their history, bloodline after blood, since vampires, stuff like that. I always believed in this stuff, though. I always saw the evidence. It was always right in front of my face. Things were always shown to me that it's like, oh, that's the reality of it as I understand it because I witnessed it. A lot of it. There's a lot of stuff I haven't seen, but that's all right. I tune in enough with my fifth sense. I'm there in spirit, and that's the same thing, So, more people are waking up to their fifth sense, their intuition, whether they like it or not. Just play around with it. See if it's, and if you're intuition, things, life, God, source, they're only going to lead things in for your highest good. So if you're getting stuff and it's like, you're getting winning lottery tickets and stuff like that, you might want to consider where you're getting your data from, which God you may be serving, because people are waking up to the world of demons and angels and inner earthians, and I thought for a long time that those crop circles were sucked from energy like magnets from within the earth. That's what I always thought. Yeah. I would like to see it happen one time, though. Wouldn't that be freaking cool? Is to watch one happen as it happened? Being like on the helm of a ship or something like that. Just be like, oh, that's how it happens. That would be cool too, you know. See, when you're open to stuff, the universe just gifts you with the most wonderful, glorious things to be seen. When you have the eyes to see, how many people don't? I get a lot of really cool pictures. I post them on my Snapnax, Instacrap, and I don't post so much on Snapnax on Facebook, because it's such a nightmare to freaking. Technology is a nightmare. And it's just to upload photos, and it's not easy to do. I have workarounds, like, you know, shortcuts and stuff like that. I don't have the. If I had a desktop, I'd keep looking for iMacs in different places. A desktop that was robust, I could just clickety click click clickety click 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 and show a lot more of my photos and stuff like that. Honestly, I don't have the what the hell. It's not that deep to me. This is a good song. Agnes by Glass Animals. It has a nice little melody to it. So, I hope people don't come across. I hope I'm wrong. I hope people don't have to come across people that they need to forgive. Or come across people that needs to forgive them. It's just, you know, if people want to ascend, if people really want to ascend, you're gonna have to clean up the wreckage of your past. You know. And that don't mean to go back to every ex you ever had and freaking say how you were a dick. It ain't even like that. But there's some wreckage that needs to be wrecked, you know. And I know it too. Some people leave the past in the past. Leave the past in the past. Yeah. Yeah. That's why it's cool to do this stuff, you know, run stuff with other people. Run stuff by other people. It's like, hey, I'm having this experience. What do you think, man? Was I too, you know? Always having that other. I got those people in my life. Yeah. Mr. Risky. That was cool. I got to talk to him today. You know? And he teaches me so much, and I don't even know if he knows how much he's teaching me. Farmer John, you know? He was figuring out how big the crop was. So, some people had a bushel crop this year, you know? Some people. So, things are really going to level out, though. They really are. The playing field is about to level. Things are going to get so weird. So weird. And if people keep thinking about, like, events, like particular events, and the more people start thinking about these set events in larger numbers, they're likely to going to make set events happen. So, try not to land on the outcome of any kind of situation. Try. It ain't easy, man. It ain't easy. I catch, oh, what if? But we don't know nothing, you know? And freaking God always does these plot twists. They're just amazing. I can't believe it. I still wake up and I'm like, how did I get from Oregon to New Mexico? How? And not only how, but just how we landed. The same longitude from where my mother was born and the same latitude in which I was born. That in itself, the synchronicities, the lining up, we always end up where we're supposed to go. You know, I try to control it. I was staying all hanging in there in the 40th parallel. Lived there, Omaha, Redden, always plus. That was like my comfortable zone. Then I end up down here. And I walk around and I'm just like, man, it is so freaking pretty here, man. It is so pretty here. Most people are nice, the one I've met so far, We'll see. And then I keep thinking about stuff, the snow's going away. It's been melting. You alright, Mom? Who's girling? She's moody, bitch. Luna. Or is that Benny snoring?
Benny's over there.
I know, but...
It's tougher.
What's happening? Luna. She's such a boss. She is such a freaking... I think she's a Scorpio. I really do. That's just my guess. I have no idea when her birthday is. Just based on her attitude. Anyway. So, things are going to get good, though. I know that because everybody thinks that things are going to get good. And I don't know what that is to each and every individual. Good could be really bad things happening, so that could mean that too. And too many people are thinking about, hanging people in the streets and all this shit, man. People, dude, you never know with America, man. I remember when they made Jackass 2 the #1 movie in the nation. Ever since then, I was like, yeah, good luck with us. Good luck, man. I think it was that point from this the whole Chinese thing started creeping up, or really seeping in. It's so weird how things went down, isn't it? How complacency. Because mostly people don't want to do harm to others. So that makes a freaking really viable breeding ground for those that do. And that's what we're finding out. So, love thy neighbor. Are people going to be able to do it? I don't know. There's some people that I'm just like, no, it's between you and God. No, I gotta forgive. If I don't forgive, then I just, if I'm not being present, I'm spending my days and my time thinking about how mad I am because people done me wrong. Then that's me drinking the poison and expecting other people to die. So that's stupid. Want to see Stanley? Isn't he cute? He's top shelf cat. Meow. Should we be done, Stanley? I'm trying to... There, that's a cat. He's a very good kitty bow. He is such a cool cat. Anyway, I think I'm done. I say hi in the talkie room. Hello, Aaron. Hello. Pop rivet. Are you driving, Aaron? Everybody's working on changing because we can't freaking afford to stay the same no more. Europe is weird right now because it's so much control because it's such a small area. The only reason why the U.S. is beginning to make some move, it's the astrology, is because of our DNA is waking up. Like, my native DNA is like, are you fucking... What is this? I'm not... don't let them take our land again. Not again. If people don't know history, they're going to keep going on these weird fucking cycles and repeating it. It ain't just a freaking saying. It's true. They always use sound waves, all that stuff. That's the thing is, like, we can penetrate it, though. We can. We can. We can. Because people like me, we disrupt technology. We disrupt it. We break that shit. I can make stuff. I can't rant text. I can't. My cursor jumps all over the screen. I look like an idiot. The text is just like brrr, the autocorrect and stuff. I think that is just supposed to make us look really stupid. Because how many times do messages get sent? I'm like, I didn't say that. You gonna lay down now? She getting pissy with you? Benny had a sour stomach today. We always keep a potty pad in close proximity because they just get hot and sometimes, and they're all getting freaking old, man. We're all getting old. Fuck. Oh, I was looking at pictures today, and I'm like, man, the lines that I'm getting in and I got all the extra skin and stuff, all the squishy skin, because I've always been a fat kid. I always ate my feelings. Because I didn't know how to talk about stuff. Because people, if I told people what they really thought, then they wouldn't be around anyway. And you know what? The fact is, that is really true. But it don't matter because the people that are supposed to come in are going to come in. Tucker, stop. Just go lay down, dude. Serious. Come on. Come on. Yeah, go get on your pillow. Go lean. See, and that part sucks, is because it's like, as much as, oh, we're free spirits, we're autonomous beings, everybody should be able to be free to do whatever they want. Okay, well, I'm not going to let the dog lick on the other dog. So does that make me a control freak too? In some areas, yes. Because things like that is how I can identify, because people do it all the time. You know those control freaks that, like, they do it in such a nice, sweet way? Oh, that's nice. But what if you tried it like this? They're just subtly manipulating you. Even those like, oh, don't get upset. When people tell you to stuff your emotions, be very aware of those people. People that tell you, no, you don't feel that way. My whole life, I always felt ways, and then people just told me, no, I didn't. And I'm like, I most certainly do. You know? I stopped letting people define me a long time ago. I defined me just nice. Just good enough. And I was thinking, oh, another passing thought that came. I'm like, how did some of these shows get to be in production this last year? How did they make it through the cracks? There's this one on Hulu. I don't mind it. It's Zoe's something playlist, extraordinary, and she like has powers, and she gets knowings and tellings through songs and synchronicities that people are singing around her, and it's just like, nobody can go nowhere with this other freaking stupid one of these, but these shows are like, ooh, they're starting this week. And The Prodigal Son, that's another show that was able to slip through the cracks up. That one's an interesting one. That one's kind of, I'm glad some people are like, these shows are the devils. I'm like, I get a lot of freaking intel from TV shows, from the climate, what's popular and what's I got rid of Netflix a while back. Tuck, the good boy, I love you anyway. You licky face. I got rid of Netflix. I still got Hulu. One of the reasons why I got it because Letterkenny just had its 9th season just released. I just freaking, I love the clever endeavors, the word whimsy, the writing in it. I just think it's, even though it's crass and vulgar sometimes. I always grew up around dudes, around, so none of this stuff is, actually it's quite tame by comparison. So, but it's a good show. Plus I just like to get away sometime from my own freaking thoughts, and it helps me stay present when I can focus on something else. There's a few episodes of Bob Burgers I haven't seen either. But there's some shows on there I don't even know what they're, how'd this crap get on here? And then how many people really watch this, When you think about it, the numbers are really quite small. They really are. So, because a lot of people are doing other things. So, I'm getting kind of hungry. I think I'm going to have a bowl of cereal. That's about all I got for now. Hope you